Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and this time around I'm listening to Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, and the song is called Lime Tree Arbor. It was recommended by one of the viewers. I have heard of Nick Cave. I don't know if I've ever really heard any of his music, possibly in a pub or something I have, but other than that I haven't really sat down and listened. So let's listen to Lime Tree Arbor and I'll have a look at the lyrics afterwards. This is live, Lime Tree Arbor, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Let's see what it's all about.
The boatman calls from the lake. A lone loon dives in the water. I put my hand over hers. Down in the lime tree arbor. While the wind in the trees, it's whispering. It's whispering low that I love her, while she puts her hand over mine. Down in the lime tree arbor, with every word that I speak and everything I know.
Okay, I like the tone of his voice, what I can hear of it. The music is too loud for me. I like loud music too, but it's overwhelming his voice. I can't really hear his voice properly. And in this kind of song, I think the voice is important. So I like it, but maybe this is the wrong recording. I never know which one to pick, so I'm just looking at thumbnails, so I don't listen to them ahead of time. But maybe there's a better, maybe I should have done the studio version, for example. But I like to hear live too, because I like to hear if a person can sing live. So I do like the tone of his voice very much. I just wish I could hear more of it.
Well, there is a hand that protects me, and I do love her so. There'll always be suffering. It flows through our lives like water. I put my hand over hers. Down in the lime tree arbor. Well, the bowman is gone. That bird has flown for cover. She puts her hand over mine. I tell her that I love her. Through every word that I speak and every single place I go. Well, there is a hand that protects me, and I do love her so.
Okay. All right, very good performance. First time listening to Nick Cave and actually listening. I kind of like the tone of his voice. I don't think he's a singer exactly. Maybe he's more of a storyteller, poet. He did write the lyrics, and that's why I'm going to look at them separately, although I'm not sure there's an enormous amount to dissect here. So I think he's a little bit more in a way of maybe Leonard Cohen, someone like that, who is poetic and tells more of a story. I'm not sure that he has a singing voice. It didn't show up much in here. I do like the tone of his voice. It's a little bit deep, especially at the beginning there. Again, a little bit like Leonard Cohen. They're not exactly the same, but I'm just trying to. I don't like putting people in boxes or anything like that. I'm not trying to do that, but I'm just trying to find his niche, sort of figure out what exactly is he really good at. And I think the poetry storytelling bit might be it, but this is the only song that I've listened to, so who knows? All right, let's have a look at the lyrics now. I will say the band and Nick created an atmosphere. There seemed to be an atmosphere. It looked like a maybe it was just a large bar or something, but it seemed they seemed to create quite an atmosphere around it, and that could be part of the enjoyment of the fans as well. You know, when you have that happening. Um, I like that he wrote the lyrics himself. The wind in the trees is whispering, whispering low that I love her. She puts her hand over mine down in the lime tree arbor. Through every breath that I breathe and every place I go, there is a hand that protects me, and I do love her so. So, is this someone he loves? You know, a person that he loves, a woman that he loves? Is this the wind? Is this nature? Is this the power of nature? I don't know. Um, he's personified the wind. It's whispering, whispering low that I love her. She puts her hand over mine. I'm not sure. There will always be suffering. It flows through life like water. I put my hand over hers down in the lime tree arbor. Sounds to me like it's, now it could be a woman, but it sounds to me like nature itself, actually. I'm not sure. Um, and yes, there will always be suffering. That's part of life. Um, the minute you're born, even before you're born, I guess, you begin dying. That's the whole cycle. So there's always going to be suffering, and it flows through life like water. I put my hand over hers down in the lime tree arbor. The boatman, he is gone. A lot of water imagery here, and the loons have flown for cover. She puts her hand over mine down in the lime tree arbor. Through every word that I speak and everything I know, there is a hand that protects me, and I do love her so. Um, I think that's the end of the lyrics, actually. So I'm not sure what else I can make of the lyrics. Like I say, I wasn't sure really how much I could dissect of the lyrics here. Um, they're nice lyrics. They're poetic lyrics, but and there's some imagery here. There's some personification going on. I think he's talking about nature. He may also be talking about someone that he loves or that loves him, but I'm not entirely sure. It's not perfectly clear. And the performance didn't make that perfectly clear either. But I did like the atmosphere of the performance. I liked some of the tones of his voice. Um, and the band was good too, although I was paying more attention to Nick because I was trying to listen to the lyrics. I was trying to hear what does he do with his voice, and the instrumentation was making it difficult for me to hear. But what I could hear didn't sound like a singer per se, but maybe more of a storyteller and poet, which is great. I love that too. I love poetry. I love storytelling. That's why I write stories myself, and I love to read, and I love that kind of performance as well. There's all different ways of delivering your message, and this is one of them. And he did it really well in this particular song. How does he do it in this way all the time? I don't know, but this was good. Let me know what you think. Let me know because I don't know anything really about Nick Cave, except I think that there were quite a few. If I remember correctly, back in maybe it was the 80s, I had a friend who I think was into Nick Cave, and he was into punk, and he was into sort of dark clothes and all that kind of thing. So there was a certain atmosphere around that I think Nick Cave, and then he kind of started to like Leonard Cohen when he found out I liked Leonard Cohen too. So I think maybe that was what was going on there. Anyway, it's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Let me know what you think. In the meantime, keep listening, keep having fun. Bye bye for now.